guys, my name is Entrix, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a video. Boss Boy is going to kick off the 7th Rivers presidential election with this huge audience here. He's going to kick it off by giving a live speech that he prepared, and it's going to basically, you know, as I said like a billion times before, kick off the election, and it's going to be his very first presidential speech, because the very first speech he ever gave publicly was during the inauguration, which he was the vice president for. Guys, Boss Boy is a candidate in the election. Make sure to vote for him, and he is also the vice. He's the only, no, not the vice. Sorry, he's the only player who has been able to transition from VP to, well, president. And yeah, so Boss Boy, take it away.
Alrighty. Well, hello, everyone of Rivers. Right now, I want to express my privilege and gratitude of being able to give a speech as the president of Rivers. Where I am standing, hang on. Where was I? Where I am standing is where many other great people have stood. To be honest, my presence up here is pretty unlikely. I joined Rivers last year in 2016. When I first joined, right before my eyes, doors of opportunity opened. The new mainland was in its beginning state, and I had a high honor of being a pioneer to make 2 highlights of the new mainland alongside my hardworking friend Joe, or Banana Beast Boy. We both worked together to create the Golden Banana Republic, and I also helped work on the new mainland hotel, which is recognized as one of the biggest achievements in Rivers SMP. But even though I helped and assisted with many things, I had bigger dreams for this great server. During my time working on the projects that made the new mainland what it is today, I met some very great and optimistic people that had the same great vision for Rivers that I had. We all exchanged ideas and shared our stories of how we got to where we are now in Rivers today. Sooner or later, the friendship I had with these great players transcended the name or purpose of the project we were working on. We didn't just work on things as a team because it was more efficient or because we would get paid a lot of emeralds, but because we wanted to build bridges and link the community into a tighter bond of friendship. We not only shared a responsible and hard-working spirit, but we shared an abiding hope in the possibilities of things that could be accomplished in Rivers. Sometime after, we all departed and went our own separate ways in the server, pushing our own visions that promised peace and innovation to this day. We all still remain friends, and we can still count on each other. When I went my own way, I really didn't know what to do. Yes, I had big ideas, but most of the time I followed a guideline or certain instructions to keep myself balanced. But I still pressed on, and I kept doing what I thought would benefit myself in the server. Because on Rivers SMP, whatever you did in the past is no barrier to your possibilities of success. That great group that I was once a part of, they went off to tend to their own booming businesses and mega corporations. In fact, even one of the players went on to own one of the places that we built together. But I really didn't have much of a booming business, and I couldn't really claim a big elite mega corporation on Rivers to be all my own when I departed from the group. But in a generous server like Rivers SMP, you don't have to be rich to achieve your full potential. So I stand here knowing that pretty much on no other server my story is possible. I stand here knowing that my story is just a part of the whole bigger story of the server that is Rivers SMP. And we are all gathered here right now to affirm the greatness and unity that thrives within this server, and more within the community that makes this server what it is. A place of acceptance, fun, and friends. Our greatness, however, does not come from the height of our buildings, or how rich we are, or how much activity we get. or even by the things we build and create together. Our pride must be and is built on one simple premise, and it is that all of us, every person here, is recognized as equal. We stand here with pride because everybody here is accepted and seen as equal. That the genius and heart of Rivers stems from that one truth, that we have a mindset and an attitude of treating everyone how we would like to be treated. I know that there is an upcoming election for president in some time, but during that election, let's change the game. Let's unite and do something that will absolutely turn the mainstream narrative of elections upside down. Too many times in elections, we get caught up in saying burns, doing burn battles, making jokes about others, harsh insults, and other things that we shouldn't be doing, and to try and elevate ourselves by putting down others. But in this coming election, as a candidate, to the candidates and to the community that will have the power to choose the next president, we must be focused on making decisions that the great presidents and staff members that came before us would approve of, and that the future generation of players will thank us for it. In the time that I was part of that great group of people, there were some players that came and went and did not stay, unlike a majority of us. And with some of those people who came and went, I met some pretty interesting folks. And all those people I met during a build project, or while helping them out with farming, or while giving them a loan, or even giving them a tour around rivers. All of these players know that government projects alone can't solve all their problems. They know that they have to be patient and put some effort into what they do in order to get somewhere. And they have to get somewhere. They know that in order to create a successful shop, they'll need a building in a well-visited area, good quality products sold for a low price, and a healthy relationship with the rest of the community. Go from the richest areas of Stateness or New Mainland to even the quote unquote ghettos where Jackson's house is. And it is common knowledge that people will need to be law-abiding and treat others how they would like to be treated if they are to have a healthy relationship with the community. But deep in their bones, they know that with just a few changes of mindset and priorities within the staff group and a few changes of priorities within the community, a lot of great change can come out of it, and that more doors of opportunity can come out of it all. You see, the voters, the community of Rivers, they know that us staff members and business moguls can do better. And they want that to be a reality. They want that choice. Even though last election had bad things happen in it, that was then and this is now. It is time we let go and keep moving forward. In this election, we offer that choice. I've decided to run for a second term, even though I was just a VP who suddenly became a president, and even though I may be the poorest player in the current staff group, I have adapted the mindset of bringing innovation to the server. I understand the ideals of community, innovation, and service because it has defined most of my time spent on Rivers. Now, I'm not the only one to brag, but I believe it's appropriate for every candidate to set forth their experience record so that the community can have a sense of openness about that candidate. From the very beginning of my time on Rivers, as I previously mentioned, I joined a build group for multiple projects that pioneered the New Mainlands to be a gem of Rivers SMP. During my long time on that term, I built many great bridges with other players. I transitioned from being vice president to president. I created the modern day job system, knowing that the job system of old was only the foundation for which the new system could be built upon. Times have changed, and I made small changes to the bank and economy that have had a long-lasting great effect on the community of Rivers. Those small but significant changes have allowed the economy to benefit the shops of poor players and mega corporations alike. With the help of many other great players, we were successful in creating over 20 new job rooms in the main place, opening up a new door opening for the opportunity that the community of Rivers hasn't seen for an entire year. Together, we rebuilt and restored the server's mobs after a /kill at E moment. In fact, during my time as president, some have said that Rivers has moved up beyond the golden age into a new age. We have created new ways to assist struggling shops so the poor and independent shop owners can have the same rewards that the big mega corporation owners have had for themselves. I have and believe in the mindset that has made Rivers and its community so amazing. I will never overturn or uninstall the laws that have been put in place because it is the role of our staff members and the rest of the community alike to maintain a modicum of peace between people, and I will not use anything as a wedge to divide us because I joined Rivers in the time of its utmost division. And as a player who came out of nowhere from the community, I know how troubling it is to be divided. And I know that it is not enough for only some of us to have the choice or open door to prosperity.
And by the way, who took one
Alongside
glitch
our
block from
famous
there?
creativity and individualism and ideas that can make this server better, there is another ingredient to the blend that makes Rivers the amazing server and community it is. It is once again a mindset and a belief that we are all acquainted as one people, and that we are accepted into this community as acquaintances, not foe or rival. If there is a player in Rivers who has the drive to create a successful shop but needs some money to give it a jumpstart, that matters to me. If there is a player that has been treated unjustly and nothing has been done about it, that matters to me. If there is a player that wants a job on Rivers but all the job rooms are full, that matters to me. These things matter to me even if I may not know them in real life. These things matter to me. It is the simple mindset that I am my brother's keeper that keeps this server running. Even the motto of the US is E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. Basically, many people but still united as one. But unfortunately, as I am speaking, there are people who want to divide the server. They want to divide the server by causing hype at the expense of others' joy. But I want to say to everybody who hears this, there is not two sides of Rivers SMP. The community is not and should not be divided into 2 or 3 parts, but we are one united as a community. On this great server, there should be no barrier that comes between us, because we all bleed the same red blood of hope. We all live and breathe under one blue sky, and we all love the fact that we can get on the computer or turn on our phone, and there is a whole community of friends and acquaintances waiting to talk and have fun with us. Whether it be on Rivers, the server, or not, because Rivers is not Rivers because of the server, but because of the people in the community that make it up. Fact of the matter is that there would be no Rivers if there was no community. In the end, that is what this election is about. Do we participate in an election of division of others, or will we flip the narrative upside down and participate in an election of hope? I'm not talking about blind optimism here. I'm not talking about simply turning a blind eye to all the problems in Rivers hoping it will all go away, because there's much work to still be done to keep the community great. But I'm talking about the hope of new players who dare to defy the odds with a shop idea. I'm talking about the hope of developers installing new plugins like custom crafting to the server. The hope of a once banned player moving forward to become a cop on Rivers. The hope of a player that joins on his first day and becomes an admin. The hope of a player who was demoted from admin for cheating to become the 3rd president of Rivers with the highest approval rating. I'm talking about the hope of a newer player with big dreams, but yet a small time of activity who has suddenly elected VP and now president, who believes that this great big server has a place for him too. Hope in the face of difficulty, hope in the face of uncertainty. This is what the odyssey of the hope looks like. Take it from me, a newer player who has suddenly elected VP and then unexpectedly becoming president, who somehow had enough hope not to resign but kept pressing on. And just with that sliver of hope on that first day of me serving Rivers as president, look how far we've come. Jobs have come back, inflation has gone down by almost a whole, and poor and rich players alike have a new doorway opened to this odyssey of hope. That is the bedrock of this great server. And the more we affirm that as our foundation, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. Thank you very much. Ethan out.
Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
Dude, I don't even know how to handle this right now. Oh my gosh.